Namaskaram, all of you. Welcome to Meditation Magic. To begin with, my humble salutations to Pitamaha Patriji, Swarnamala Patriji, and to all the seen and unseen masters. Today, we will continue with our discussion, meditation and conscious living. So let me begin with a story. This is a story of a young boy who wants to cross over the forest, and it is already dark. So he doesn't know how to cross the forest, as the forest is filled with wild animals, and he finds a small hut nearby. So when he goes to that hut, there he finds a monk sitting, and he asks this monk's help. I have to cross this forest by the night. So can you please give me some idea, because there are wild animals. So this monk says there's only one idea, but you need to concentrate on your journey completely. Otherwise, if this lamp goes off, then the wild animals will start attacking you. And that this lamp has the oil sufficient for only 6 hours to last. So the youth is very much excited. At least he got some solution that he can cross this forest within that time limit. And so he is happy. He happily takes the lamp. Again, the monk warns, in between, if you get distracted, then the oil in the lamp is done, and then the wild animals may attack you. So no problem, I'll remember. Then the youth goes into the forest, and he starts entering the forest and crossing. So while he's crossing, after some time, he found something shining in the way. So he's so curious. Oh, okay, let me look at it. And once he sees that, it is actually treasure. And he opens the treasure chest, and he finds there are so many coins glittering inside that treasure. So now he's so curious to sit and count how many gold coins are there in the treasure. So he starts counting. Oh, still I have time. And anyway, the forest can be crossed. I'll walk fast so that I can finish the crossing within the time limit. And so now he is sitting and counting the gold coins. Totally involved in counting, he counts, and he is getting a count of 99. Then he gets a doubt in his head. It cannot be 99, right? Whoever kept it should have kept 100 only. So let me recount it again. So again, it's coming to 101 now. So no, that is also not possible. It cannot be 101. It should be 100. So let me count again. So in this process, he got delayed, and he totally forgot about the oil in the lamp getting exhausted. So as a result, he became a prey to the wild animals there. So this is an example of understanding our own life. Like, we keep postponing our peace and joy by saying, let me finish this task and then I'll work at becoming calm. Let me finish this, and so that I can handle my life in a better way. So this is the way our life is going on, and we don't even realize how fast the time is moving. So yesterday we discussed about conflicts and adjustments, right? We also saw that pyramid wherein our hurt, anger, and fear, these are the emotions which keep our consciousness at very low. So we can add with these emotions in our head, we can never be peaceful and joyful. So we need to uplift ourselves from these emotions, anger, hurt, guilt, fear, and move on to the higher qualities like acceptance, neutrality, understanding, kindness. So we need to totally get mastery over our emotions now. So without that, we cannot improve our quality of life, our quality of relationships. And as a result, we can live a better life. So since we are forgetting in between about our priorities, getting lost in our mundane routine duties, we are not able to live a fulfilled or an accomplished life. So in case we are still stuck up in our judgment, hurt, and guilt, how to overcome? Usually, this guilt or hurt is in relation with some persons, right? So, how can we overcome that hurt or guilt? So, either it is like I have to forgive someone or someone has to forgive me. So, there's a beautiful method described in the religion of Jains. There they use the method called as Pratikraman, and every year they celebrate this Pratikraman by it's a festival called as Paryushan, wherein people sit deliberately and ask forgiveness for all the faults done by them. So they just go through that. There's a huge book on that, and then they go through all the rituals and the studies so that they are cleansing all their mistakes done. So this can be done in short by our something like Ho'oponopono or our positive affirmations given by Louis Hay. Most of the masters agree that these 4 sentences will relieve us and keep our mind peaceful. What are those 4 sentences? Whatever hurt or guilt I have towards somebody, or complaints or judgments towards somebody, if at all I have made a resolution to overcome this and move on to my higher level of consciousness, then we need to use these 4 sentences. What are those 4 sentences? Like, I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. If we use these 4 sentences like a mantra, you can experiment on yourself. It works miracles. So this is one of the ways of attaining forgiveness and letting go of most of our hurt or guilt or expectations or whatever it is. So we should continuously focus on ourself, purification of ourself, rather than addressing at somebody else. So that, because joy is created within me, joy is not created in somebody else. My joy cannot be created within outside, right? So it has to be created within me. So I need to do the work within me. The cleansing process should happen within me. So this is one of the way.
Sorry, 4 words, Mali Chapra.
Yes. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And thank you. So by using these 4 words as often as possible or till you feel relieved, these words, these sentences are working miracles for me. So I hope you can also use that and share it with others also. So others also can become peaceful, from restlessness to peaceful immediately. So then the next topic for us is always have higher goals, because we have seen, right, these goals we can call as sankalpa, right? Our sankalpa should be aimed at very high. Here I would like to share a story of Arunima Sinha. If you Google her name, you'll get a nice inspirational story about her. She's an athlete actually, but what happens is she meets with an accident in a train accident. Accidentally, she encounters some thief or somebody, and they throw her away from the running train. And as a result, she loses her legs. And she is there and she's admitted to the hospital after a lot of delay. But even after that, with her willpower, she recovers. And now that she was an athlete, she can be no more an athlete, right? But her willpower was so strong that now, with prosthetic legs, she decided that she would climb Mount Everest. So then she approached the officials. She clearly told that she has prosthetic legs. Looking at her enthusiasm, they agreed to train her, and she successfully climbed Mount Everest. So when we have our mind set on very highest goals, we will create that energies, and definitely we can achieve those goals. So masters say, instead of creating small goals like diet plan or quitting some addiction, food addiction or something, so instead of focusing on such things, masters say that we should focus on very higher goals. For example, I'm very tired right now, as I went for jogging and I went for all other activities. And now I am tired and I come home deciding that I will just relax and I will not do anything. Fully tired, fully exhausted, and I want rest. As soon as I come home, if my house is set on fire, what will I do? All my tiredness I forget, and I put all my effort to save the house from the fire, right? So that's it. Now, where is the tiredness gone? We don't even remember that I am tired, right? So, like that, we should have the goals, such goals which can create such passion in us that we should be willing to dedicate our energies towards those goals. We should find such passionate goals so that we can live our life so much of energy and enthusiasm. So, without any goal in the mind, sometimes what happens? The mind holds on to the known. What does the mind know? Only our past. So, it will again fall into the past mode. So, this is how the mind is trapped either in the past or in the future, as we have not given the mind enough inspiration by giving a job that interests the mind to put its all effort in enthusiasm and joy. So we have experienced that also man creates suffering for himself, right? How is man creating suffering? For example, we see small children telling they are so hurried to grow up, right? What's happening? They feel there is so much of independence in the adulthood that they want to grow up as early as possible. Whereas we adults, what do? We imagine our life as if we want to go back to our youthful years or go back to our childhood. How is our childhood? Childhood is so much of innocent and without any judgment. We are just playing and enjoying, right? And in youth, there are no responsibilities, yet we have so much of energy. We used to enjoy life, right? Now, what is happening? This age, we are not enjoying by keeping on thinking about the past. We are not realizing that even in youth, we did the same thing to become independent. We were in so hurry to grow that we missed our youth. We didn't celebrate 100%. And so this is how the pattern is repeating. So we should understand this pattern of the mind, and we should teach the mind to relish the very moment that is in hand, that is living in the total presence. So man should understand the importance of living in the present moment. How should we live in the present moment? One of the master describes that one should live life like, how do we eat our tasty mango, very juicy tasty mango? The seed of the mango, we keep on uh, taking the juice, right? Like that, we should live the moment, totally in the moment, like as if eating a juicy mango. That much of attention we should pay to the moment. When we have lived our life like that, then we will not feel to go back to the youth age, because again I'm so much used to enjoying and being in the moment that even now I find so much of joy in this moment right now. So the mind needs the training to stay in the present moment rather than drifting into past or future. So this needs a little bit of understanding and dedication, and that is why our subject, meditation and conscious living. Conscious living means being aware in the moment, every moment. So we see, right, how is a child enjoying life? A newborn child, it is so much like faultless, right? It doesn't find any fault in others. The child is accepting everybody as they are, and the child is having so much of fun. You should watch very young kids. They are so much forgetting the whole world. They play with the toy as if it is the whole world. They're enjoying, they're having the heaven of the life, right? So at that time, in ignorance, the young children have that faultless vision. They don't see others, they don't blame others, they don't judge others, they don't expect anything from others. Why? Because they are ignorant at that stage. So now we need to adapt the same qualities, like accepting the moment as is, accepting the people as they are, like a child, and enjoying our life so much consciously. The child is ignorant, so the child can have that much of heavenly experience. Now consciously we should have that heavenly experience. How? By accepting everything as is, and in case we are having some conflicting, some challenges, accept them, the challenges, with lot of enthusiasm. So by accomplishing challenges, we feel more fulfilled and we have something to do, right? So without giving proper action to the body cannot gain fulfillment, right? So the body also needs proper actions to reach that fulfillment. So all these four things we have to combine: body, mind, our energies, and our emotions. These four things have to be combinedly healthy to enjoy the moment completely. So we should know how to deal with our body positively, how to deal with our mind with proper knowledge, Jnana Yoga. How do you deal with the body properly? By giving proper Karma Yoga. How do you deal with your energies properly? By giving the Kriya Yoga properly. We do so many pranic breathing and all, right? We do so many Sudarshan Kriya or Shambhavi breathing, and so many things we do, right? So by using that Kriya Yoga, we are managing, we are balancing our energies. And by using our nature of surrender, we do everything, we put all the effort in the moment and then forget about the result. What is that forgetting? Surrendering. That surrendering, some people term as bhakti. So bhakti yoga in the emotions, emotional layer. Otherwise, if we are so much attached to the fruits of our action, our emotions are trapped, right? If somebody appreciates, I feel happy. If somebody comments on me, that yeah, your whatever you did is not good, then we get depressed. Our emotions get low, right? So this way, when I have surrendered the fruits of my actions, there is nothing I'll take. Whether somebody praises my work, I'm least bothered. Whether they criticize negatively, that is also fine with me, right? So there should be a proper balance of karma yoga, Jnana Yoga, Kriya Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. All these are required. We should not see faults in one who is engaged in Karma Yoga should not see others as very low or complex. Inferiority or superiority complex shouldn't be there. Actually, we need balanced yogas of all these four kinds of yogas. Only like this we can accomplish and live in the present moment properly. We should also understand that life is new every moment. Life is not stagnant, right? Supposing when you're crossing a river, you stand in the river at one point, but the river is flowing. So at that moment, you will never encounter same water second time, right? So life is like that, moving very fast. So again, man, how is he creating like suffering for himself? Like when he is in youth, he doesn't want to grow old. So like becoming old means he wants always to stay in youth. That attitude itself is creating so much of turmoil inside within him. So some people who are living in hut, they feel they'll be happy in a bungalow. But some people who are already in bungalow, they feel life was happier when we were in the hut itself. There was very low maintenance. There was not much pressure. So balancing all this, we should learn to live completely in the present moment. How is that? We are giving ourselves a very much higher goals, and then we educate ourselves to achieve those goals, and being in the present moment, we live every moment joyfully. As a result, that we are lifting our level of consciousness. So our life can move effortlessly. Whatever challenges we are facing, we will face all challenges at one challenge at a time. That way, we are resolving all the challenges and feeling that accomplishment. Here, we can take the example of Lord Sri Ram, how effortlessly he used to accommodate himself with the changing situations. Like in the very young age, he got married. He was at the peak of his youth, right? When he came home from the Gurukul, he got married, and when he went to the palace, then as soon as he reaches palace, Lord King Dashrata asks him to go to the forest, right? But how is he accepting that? We can't imagine ourselves in that situation, right? He lived such a royal life. Now he has to live in a forest, that too without any help. He's living like a monk without any royalties. So he's accepting that. And then in the forest, he loses his wife. Ravana abducts her. And then afterwards, he somehow struggles and gets her back. At all the time, we are seeing that Rama is accepting the situations, right? And then again, when he goes back to palace, now Sita also has got so many things, so many uh, confusing situations in her life. She gets pregnant, and her husband sends her away to the forest. Do we have such difficulties in our life? Everything is running so smoothly. We don't have any challenges like that of Rama or Sita. So it is, our life is very, very, very easy. Only thing is, our mind is not guided properly. It is an untrained mind that we keep falling at lower levels of consciousness. We should understand that pyramid of levels of consciousness, and we should handle all our lower emotions properly and move ourselves to higher levels of consciousness. As a result, we can enjoy our life better. So, how do we become more and more conscious daily? By practicing our anapanasati awareness. So, let us now practice anapanasati meditation, focusing on the breath. Sitting comfortably straight, fingers crossed, eyes closed. Focus on the breath. Enjoy the process of breathing with bliss in the heart and a beautiful smile on the face. Enjoy the process of breathing. 5 more minutes. Now, let us share our goodwill with the whole universe. May all beings be peaceful, be joyful, be healthy, and be liberated. May all beings be peaceful, be joyful, be healthy, and be liberated. May all beings of the universe be peaceful, be healthy, be joyful, and be liberated, and be liberated, and be liberated. Loka samasta sukhino. Loka samasta sukhino. Loka samasta sukhino. Sarvesham swasti bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kashchit dukha. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly rub your hands. Gently place them on your eyes. Slowly come on to the present moment with full joy, with full enthusiasm, with full abundance. The Brahmananda sthiti in the heart. Thank you so much for participating and sharing your energy. If you like to share something, you can unmute yourself.
ఇప్పుడు అరుణ గారు లాంటి వాళ్ళు ఇండియాలో చాలా మంది బయటకు వస్తున్నారు కదండి. మీరు చెప్పారు ఒక అరుణ గారు ఎవరెస్ట్ శిఖరం
అరుణిమా సిన్హా.
అరుణిమా సిన్హా అలాంటి వాళ్ళు చాలా మంది క్యారెక్టర్స్ బయటకు వస్తున్నారు. చాలా మంది తగులుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ లో కూడా ఒక అతను అలాగే యాక్సిడెంట్ అయి కాలిపోతే ఆ కాలు పెట్టుకుని అన్నిట్లోనూ.
Yeah, and just to get an example, and even we can also do such things. That
Wow.
will is there in our head. So, and whatever it is, like if I have a willpower, like I have to be peaceful.
వాళ్ళని ఎగ్జాంపుల్ గా మనం తీసుకుని.
Yeah, first it wasn't like that. I used to be very, my own ego, I could see it. It used to trouble me so much. But I used to be helpless in front of my own ego. So I didn't want that to happen. Now with that willpower, I did so many things. I attained so much knowledge. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? With that willpower, now the ego doesn't trouble anymore.
Oh.
For me, that is the biggest achievement. Mount Everest.
చాలా కరెక్ట్. మాకు కూడా we are also feeling so
whatever I have gained practically, only my whatever is helping my own experiences, I am putting it here, and as a result, that is my Guru Dakshina. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you so much for participating. Yeah. See you in the next sessions. Thank you.